Hey everyone, welcome to the Angry Birds Star Wars review. And before I begin, I wanted to do something a bit controversial, I guess, and be the few people who actually stick up for this series. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not sticking up for the executives at Rovio who arguably ruin these games, but the devs who actually put a lot of creative energy into these games. The notion that these games aren't creative annoys me, to be honest. It's almost insulting to all the effort that's clearly there. Now, I don't know if the devs who worked on these projects were passionate, but I can see the effort, and I would hate to not acknowledge and appreciate that. Of course, not without ignoring the flaws. Anyways, let's get on with the review. So, Angry Birds Star Wars is a very weird crossover, in hindsight anyways. This is one of the few Angry Birds games that actually have a good reason to not be on the App Store anymore. I digress. On with the presentation. The overall art style is still mostly the classic era of Angry Birds, but a few modern elements are starting to creep in here. And in terms of the short audio clips that play when you start each level and the background music, it's okay. It's what you would expect more or less from a Star Wars game, made by a smaller team. The basic gameplay this time around remains mostly the same, but all the birds are now cosplaying as Star Wars characters, and they have different cries when you launch them. Another interesting thing this time around is the birds sort of upgrade as you play, getting abilities or improving on abilities. Red this time around has a lightsaber, Chuck has a laser blaster, and Bomb can use the Force, and Stella has this weird laser thing. And the blues remain the same, which makes them even more mediocre in comparison. And you look at it at the end of the day, this game is pretty much just another Angry Birds game with a Star Wars coat of paint. It's not revolutionary, but it's okay for what it looks like, and this turned out to be another one of my shorter reviews, simply because of the gameplay not changing much since Angry Birds Space, yeah, the next review with Angry Birds Go should really hopefully shake things up because of the drastic change in art style and gameplay. And by the way, I'm going to be reviewing the 1.0 version and not the 2.0 version because the 2.0 version is a travesty. I will be mentioning it and how it butchers the game, and even, yeah, just saying how much I hate that version, but yeah, it'll sort of be a double review. But anyways, thank you for watching this mini review, and bye-bye.